Welcome to this exciting demonstration. In this video, we will explore how MetaMap is revolutionizing the way businesses onboard new customers in an agile, secure, and intuitive manner. Have you ever wondered what it would be like if your registration and verification processes were simple, fast, and reliable? Imagine a world where your customers can sign up in a matter of minutes while you gather all the necessary information efficiently and cohesively. In the next few minutes, we will take a general tour of the platform. On the left-hand side, you'll find the menu, which also includes the MetaMap section. Here, you can create as many verification flows as you need, each with different security configurations. Let's create a new flow by clicking the blue Build a New MetaMap button. The first thing you'll see is a library of various flow templates, pre-built for different industries and use cases, providing inspiration for creating your own flow. In this case, we'll create a flow from scratch. This is the flow editor. On the left side, you can name your flow. For example, new user registration. On the left panel, you'll find different merits that are available to add by dragging and dropping into your verification flow. In this flow, we already have document verification, which allows us to request a user's identification document, extract the most important data from it, and verify its authenticity. Biometric verification lets us capture the user's facial biometrics to compare with the document photo and apply a liveness test certified by iBeta, mechanisms that help us control fraud challenges. We've just added user screening against anti-money laundering lists. When you click on any of these merits, on the right side, you can parameterize various options according to your business needs. In this case, we could enable basic lists, premium lists, and daily monitoring of this user. This way, if the user appears on any restrictive list after their initial registration, we will be notified to take the appropriate business actions. We will also add email validation, phone validation, and user geolocation. In this case, we will enable high precision to make use of device location services and pinpoint the user's exact location. However, we still have many other merits that we could add to the flow, such as the ability to perform facial comparison with images from various sources of the user's face. For example, performing user facial authentication for sensitive transactions. The video agreement, where the user reads aloud a script we have defined for them, and we compare to confirm if the user correctly read that script, serving as proof of their consent for a particular process. We have the option to add validations against government databases. In this case, we will add government validation for Colombia. We can validate foreign ID cards against the Colombian Migration Office, temporary protection permits also against the Colombian Migration Office, and citizenship cards against the National Registry Office. We could also add government checks from any other country of interest. In our merits portfolio, we also have the option to extract data from our customers' bank accounts, validate their credit score, request customized documents from the user, build digital forms to capture additional data, maintain our own watch lists, and even add an electronic signature to the process. For now, let's leave our flow as it is, just as we see it at this moment. Simply click Save, and you're done. Now, let's see how this process we've designed looks to the end user we want to verify. To do that, click on the Preview button. Here, you'll find screens that reflect how the flow would appear to your user, with default colors, as seen here. A white background, and a blue button for the user to progress through the flow. However, we can also change the colors to match our identity, our brand. So, you could simply change the button color, for example, if you want it to be green. You might want to change the background and other colors as well. After making some changes to the colors and style, you could upload your company's logo to have a brand presence throughout the screens the user will see. For example, let's upload this logo. Finally, save the changes, and you can proceed to test the flow. As you can see, the flow now has the colors we defined, and we could carry out the process here. But I'd like to show you how it looks directly on a mobile device. Therefore, I'll click on the option to open it on mobile and scan this QR code with my phone. Both the MetaMap dashboard and the end-user experience are multilingual. In this case, the screen is in Spanish because that's how my device is configured. In any case, the user can change their preferred language if they wish. Now, we simply need to click Start to begin the process. We capture the user's location and proceed to select the country of our identification document. In this case, let's test it with a Colombian document. And we can now upload a photo of our document. When the user submits the document photos, we perform various real-time validations to assist the user in uploading the correct inputs. A common scenario is when the user is distracted and, when we ask for the reverse side of the document, they upload the front side they had previously uploaded. At this point, the platform recognizes that the user has already uploaded the front photo of the document and provides a message asking them to please try again by uploading the correct side of the document. Just as we validate the side of the document being uploaded, we can also check if the text is legible or not. If the user is uploading a document or something else, they often upload their own photo. So, we can detect this. Now, let's proceed with the facial biometrics step, where we'll ask the user to make 2 circles with their head. As you can see here, it's not necessary for the user to remove their glasses because many times our users need them to follow the on-screen instructions. Now, we've reached the phone verification step. Here, we ask the user to enter their mobile phone number to receive a 4-digit OTP code. I immediately receive my code here. And this way, we can confirm that the user does have that phone number in their possession. We do a very similar process for email verification, where we'll send the user a 4-digit OTP code to view in their inbox and enter on this screen. Here, we receive it. Perfect. The user has just completed their verification process. Now, we can go to the verification section to check the result of this process. In this section, we can see all the verifications that our users have done historically. In this case, let's enter the first record, which is the one we just completed. And here we can see all the details of the verification result. On the left side, we have the user's avatar photo with some basic information like name, date of birth, and location. At the top, we have the result of this verification, which in this case was successfully verified, indicated by a green traffic light. But if there had been any alert raised, the result would have been, review required, like a yellow light, indicating that we need to confirm whether we can proceed with user verification or, on the contrary, if a critical alert has been raised in the business process and, therefore, we should reject it. In some cases, when we detect imminent fraud attempts, the verification could be automatically rejected. Now, in the center of the screen, we'll see the details of all the information we managed to capture. First, there's the user's location information, where we can determine that the user is in a specific part of the city of Bogotá. In this case, we didn't activate any geographical restrictions. However, we could do so to prevent users in high-risk locations, such as prisons, from carrying out identity verification processes, thereby closing the door to potential fraudsters from the start. If we click on the next box, Document Verification, we can view the photos of the document uploaded by the user, along with all the information extracted from the document, as well as the various document validations we performed. One of them, perhaps the most important, is the detection of alterations, where we can confirm that the document has not undergone any physical or digital modifications. We have the face comparison between the document and the live captured face, confirming that it's the same person, meaning that the user who was verified is the owner of the document. We have document template validation to confirm that it's a valid Colombian document, and finally, we can confirm that the user meets the age requirement. In the next section, we see the biometric inputs that the user provided, in this case, the selfie video, from which we automatically extract a selfie photo. This way, we can confirm that the person on the other side of the device conducting the verification process is indeed a real person. Next, we have our government verification, in this case, against the Colombian Registraduría, where we can obtain two confirmations. First, that the identification document does exist, and second, that it matches the information extracted from the document photo. Then, we have our restrictive list search, where we can see that this user does not match any entries in the restrictive lists, and we are additionally monitoring them daily. Subsequently, we have phone validation, where we can confirm that the user does indeed have that phone in their hand. We have email validation, where we can confirm that the user has access. In both cases, for email and phone, we could enable a risk score to confirm if it's a reliable contact data or if it poses any risk. Finally, we have information about the device the user used to carry out this process. But that's not all. If this user has been previously verified using MetaMap by the same company or another, we can find some indicators of this user's profile. We can open this section, which provides a lot of useful information. First of all, a risk score indicating that no risk alerts were found to trigger any suspicion. Here, we have information on which other merits have been verified for this user previously. For example, restrictive lists, customized checks, and background searches, all confirming that everything is in order. Next is the history of verifications this user has had with MetaMap, showing in which industry they were verified, on what date, and, of course, what the final status was in those other companies. We have the user's contact information, and finally, extra information about when the user was first seen in MetaMap, how many times they've been verified, how many times they've ended up in a manual review state, and how many times they've been rejected. We can download a summary of this verification in a PDF file so that we can have a record of this verification in our own files. To conclude, in the dashboard, we enter an analytics panel like the one we see on the screen, where we can view various metrics and indicators about the operation using this platform to make informed decisions. Well, I hope this brief demonstration has been helpful in understanding how MetaMap is revolutionizing the industry. Goodbye.